Okay, our first method here is with kind of a sharpening jig. I don't know how old this is. It looks kind of old just based off the box here. The Blademaster. And it was made by Frost Cutlery. And what it does is you've got a series of sharpening stones from extra coarse, medium, fine, and extra fine, and each of these has a rod on it. You put that rod in the notch here on the jig for the angle that you want to sharpen this knife to, and it's got 29, 24, 19, and 15. Now, the lower that angle, the less durable but sharper your edge is going to be. Now, something down here like 15, that would be if you're sharpening something that you want absolutely razor sharp but not have a very durable edge. I mean, like a razor, you know, or a scalpel. Something that's not going to be coming in contact with hard edges, and something that's may not keep his edge very long either. For this little like small kitchen knife here, I'm going to go 19, something just a little more durable. And the thing is when you first use this for the first time, you're really going to have to go down. See, on this knife, this is actually, let me loosen this back up. This knife is actually almost too small for this, because I'm going to be hitting the clamp there. So I'm going to get that clamp as far out of the way of the edge as possible. Tighten that back down. And if you use this a lot, you could have this bolted to the table and it'd be a little easier to use. And even still, I'm kind of bumping the corner of this and not getting a nice smooth motion with this. And you just bring that along there. And, you know, after you felt like you've done it enough on one stone, you move to this is the coarse stone. And you progress to medium, fine, extra fine, you know the drill. And really, I mean, this is nice because you can get a consistent angle. When you sharpen, and you just continue to progress. I think probably the best way to use this would be to use whichever coarseness that you wanted to use on your blade on one side of the knife, and then flip it over and try to do that an equal amount of times on the other side of the knife until you got down to where you're pretty much done. And then you would, you know, do a couple passes and then flip the knife and do a couple passes. So wipe that off, and yeah, we've got, from just sharpening on one side, we've got a little bit of a ridge on that. I'm going to flip it over and do the other side of that knife. So now to do the other side, you can just pull this up, turn this around, and flip it and start working on the other side of the knife. And since this knife has not previously been sharpened with this sharpener, like I said, you'd start with the coarse and work your way down. Once you have a knife that's been sharpened with a sharpening system like this one, you know, specifically one that has set angles, then you're unlikely to need like a coarse or an extra coarse or anything like that. Oftentimes it just needs to be touched up, like maybe you'd hit it a couple times with a medium and move on to the fines, because it's already has the angle that you're going for, unless you've really done some damage. You're not going to need it. And you can hear the difference in these as you move towards the medium. You can hear that it's not hitting, grinding on it as much as those coarse ones, not removing as much material. There's that phone notification I didn't silence before the video. And now that we're down to like fine, let's flip it a couple times here. You know, every time you sharpen the edge of a knife like that, you basically, let's see if I can do this in a way that roll over the edge in the opposite direction of the way you're sharpening. So when you do those last couple hits when you're done, just one on each side, you're trying to get that as straight as possible. Actually, like this would be, microscopically it's going to look more like that, but I don't think that's really important. But you just want to finish off with a stroke on both sides, just to hone that edge. And you know, that's what you're doing when you see like a chef with a steel hitting up the edge of their knife. They don't actually, most chefs don't actually, well, I shouldn't say most, a lot of chefs don't actually sharpen their own knives. They have someone else sharpen them, and then they hone them every time they go to use them. So that's what you always see on TV and whatnot, or on cooking shows. And that knife is now sharp. You know, I check the sharpness of my knives by putting my first two fingers, and only the first two fingers, on the blade, resting my thumb on the back of the knife, and just kind of, your fingertips are going to be sensitive enough. You can feel how hard you can press without cutting. And that is, now it's respectably sharp. It's not razor sharp, but it is respectably sharp. What I like about this system is it takes all the guesswork out of the angles. If you want something that's an extra fine razor sharp, you go down here on the 15, you know, your kitchen knife here at about 19, your general use pocket knife, you've got this 24-degree notch here. And if you want something that's really going to be not all that sharp but a really durable edge, you go way up here to the 29-degree angle on the blade. I mean, obviously, you know, this is really fine, and that's going to be a sharper but less durable. And as you bring that angle out, you've got a more durable, stronger edge, but one that's not going to be as sharp. So, again, pros, the angle is set for you. Cons, I think the whole thing is, I feel like the whole thing is kind of a pain to work with. It's pokey. It's, I don't know. Some of these rods that it comes with are in there real straight and stay in there real straight. Some of them, you can see that one's kicked off at an angle, so I worry about the actual precision of this set, and I find it kind of pokey to use, especially if you're going to sharpen a lot of knives. It is a nice system though, and it takes you from extra coarse all the way to very fine, and can put a nice edge on a knife. And something like this is a good option for somebody who's looking to get a little bit better of a knife sharpener than you may currently have. Now we're going to move on to our second method here.